Hi everyone, this is Aaron for Zollotech, and we're going to take a look at the Samsung Galaxy S5. We'll unbox it and take a first look at it. So here is the box itself, as you can see, and here we have the phone. We've got some really impressive specs in this particular phone, and we'll set this aside, see what comes in the box, and then take a look at the specs and things. So inside the box, we have a micro USB to USB 3.0 adapter. So your typical USB 3.0 connector. We've got a battery, and this is a, where is the size on it? 2800 milliamp hour battery. Pretty good size. In comparison, the HTC One is a 2600 milliamp hour battery. We have our USB to AC wall adapter, and then we have a pair of headphones, as you can see here. So we'll set that aside. I don't see any paperwork in here, which is not typical, but this is Verizon's version of the phone. Comes in at $199 with a 2-year contract, and right now they're buy one, get one free, so that's a pretty good deal. Now, one of the interesting things about this particular phone is it's waterproof, so you can dump water on it and supposedly it won't damage the phone. Now you can see in the back here we have room for our SIM card, which is installed right here. We also have a SIM card, or a micro SD slot rather, right there. And let's install the battery. Now underneath or above the battery is a 16 megapixel camera. It also records in 4K for video. And then we have a heartbeat sensor on the back, which is kind of interesting, something different. Samsung's approach to throw everything in a phone, basically. So this is a flimsy plastic back, and it's got a little rubber edge around it to seal everything up nicely. And they did away with the shiny back of the last generation. Snap this in place. There we go. And the phone itself is really quite the monster when it comes to specs. It's 2.5 gigahertz quad core. That's pretty impressive by itself, but it also has 2 gigabytes of RAM inside. It also has 16 gigabytes of storage, plus the expandable storage I showed you before. Now that large battery should provide about 21 hours of talk time and regular usage, so that's pretty impressive. And what you can see here is, well, a giant display, and this display is 5.1 inches and 1080p with a 432 pixel per inch density. It's a Super AMOLED display, and as you can see, we have a forward-facing camera. It's a 2.1 megapixel camera. Let's boot this up here. Oh, and we didn't seal it right here on the edge. There we go, sealed all the way around. Let's boot it up and take a look at it a little bit further. Now it does have an Adreno 330 GPU as well inside. So it's booting up here, and it's got a fingerprint reader here on the home button if you weren't aware. We'll wait for a moment. And it says, please wait while we prepare the phone. So on this side, you can see we have our power sleep wake button. Really thin phone. On the top, we have our 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. We've got a microphone. Looks to be an IR blaster here, so you can control your television with it. On this side, we have a volume rocker. And these buttons feel okay. Doesn't feel as high quality as something like the HTC One, but it doesn't taper on the edge either. It's a little less slippery also. And I'm hitting buttons here on the screen. On the bottom, we have another microphone. We have our micro USB connection here under a little waterproof flap. And that feels a little flimsy, like it might break over time. Then nothing around these sides. On the back, we've got our speaker and our camera, like I mentioned before. And let's take a look at this display. So let's select English for me here. We'll hit next. The display looks really nice. We'll skip the Verizon Cloud. And we'll skip this for now. And I'll sign in with Google. Now we're signing in, saying backup and restore. And it's restoring the phone. 2 updates need approval. And you can see right now, Samsung has cleaned up their UI a little bit. I'm not a big fan of TouchWiz that comes standard on this phone. That's good. And they've cleaned this up hopefully a little bit. We'll skip this part for now. And you can see there's the home screen. So the phone itself actually feels okay, feels plasticky like it did before, a little less slippery. It's telling me to make sure the back cover is sealed, and it looks like it is. And the phone itself feels nice. It doesn't feel like it's going to break or anything like that, but it doesn't have the quality feel of metal, basically. But it's not metal, it's plastic. You can see TouchWiz is updated a little bit. The folders are a little bit different animation it looks like. And they've kind of fixed everything as far as some annoying looks, in my opinion, but it'll take a little bit of use to kind of figure out what's new and what I really like and don't like about it. So I'll be reviewing this. It'll take me a couple of weeks probably. I like to give you an honest review after using it a few weeks. And if you want to see anything that maybe you haven't seen elsewhere and you have some questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try and answer those in the review, or maybe just respond to your question if you have one. Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.